Because when you get into that ceremony, the high priest and all the other priests would lay their hands upon the goat and pronounce all of the sins of Israel, and then they would kill one goat, but then the one that they put their hands on, they would let it go out of the camp into the wilderness. And what's going to happen to that goat eventually? It's going to die. So there's nothing out there, man. And that was representative of Yahawashi. When you read in Isaiah 53, that all of our iniquities was placed upon him, and he was led as a lamb to the slaughter.
Exactly.
You know?
That's why he was also known as the sacrificial lamb. And he did away with the oblation in the book of Daniel, the 9th chapter. So that's why we don't have to go get no goats and no lambs to sacrifice, because he was the sacrificial lamb. So simply put. So again, this is why we have to talk about this subject matter, because this event of the cross paved the way for us to be reconciled again. Really paved the way for the Lord to have mercy upon us all over again. Okay, because ultimately we should have been already taken out due to the amount of sins that we've committed throughout the millenniums. But the Lord wanted to show that he's still a man of his word for one, so that he can also fulfill the covenant, going all the way back to Abraham in Genesis 17, that we would have, the land for an everlasting possession, and be blessed in that land. And also the blessing in Jacob. Alright? Because the Lord, again, is a man of his word. And also, can't forget the Most High loves his people too. And that's why the Lord paved the way for all of this to occur in the midst of Yahawashi, so that we can stand the chance of actually experiencing which is written of the covenant. Go on, brother.
Isaiah 53 and 8. He was taken from prison and from judgment. And who shall declare his generation? For he was cut off out of the land of the living.
Y'all, come up closer.
For the transgression of my people was he stricken. And he made his grave with the wicked, and with the rich in his death, because he had done no violence.
Yep.
Neither was there any deceit in his mouth.
Right, so again, he's pretty much speaking about the times of when he was about to perish on the cross, which is in the book of Matthew 26. So with that being said, let's go get Matthew 26, verse. Let me see, we can go get verse. Stop putting verse 1 or something like that.
And it says he was buried with the rich in his death, because it was Joseph of Arimathea, which was a Pharisee. He donated his tomb for the Lord to be laid in, but he was quite a wealthy man, so he got a nice place to lay. You know. Anyway, so what's that? Matthew 26.
Yeah.
I've got it. Oh, you got it. No.
And it came to pass, when Yahawashi had finished all these sayings, he said unto his disciples, ye know that after 2 days is the feast of the Passover, and the Son of Man is betrayed to be crucified.